Hi, my name is Shauntel Carter, Mary Kay Independent Sales Director, and I am creating my very first video for you today. I figured it would be better for me to connect with you versus sharing someone else's video, just to be a little more authentic and more personable so that you can get to know me. A little bit about myself. I have been owning my business for over 18 years. Prior to Mary Kay, graduated from Texas A&M University in College Station, and then I moved to Houston, Texas soon after that. And I have been approached about Mary Kay on more than one occasion, 5 to be exact. I was your least likely person to become a Mary Kay consultant. One, I didn't really take care of my skin. I used Noxzema and Clearasil, and I didn't really wear a lot of makeup. And I was very shy, not a people person. I did wear MAC products at that time, and I was broker than broke, so I really could not afford them. But I did go to a guest event back then, and a lady asked me to be a face model. I said, I'll go to support you, sort of like what you are probably doing, supporting me with a challenge, or the consultant who invited you with a challenge as well. So we really appreciate that. But I did go to support her, and I was really impressed because I knew about Mary Kay the products, but I really wasn't educated on the leadership side where you could really make executive income. And I was impressed. There were women of all backgrounds. Some were educated, some were non-degreed, some were double degreed, some were stay-at-home moms. A lot of them were super busy, but one woman stood out for me. She was actually a medical doctor who sold her practice to pursue Mary Kay as a full-time career. And I knew that I wanted to be a pediatrician, but I didn't want to go to school that long back then. So when she shared that story with me, it created a possibility for me to look into this more. So long story short, I was broke. I did start my business. It was $100 back then, and it's $100 now to get your starter kit. And I post-dated my check and got my starter kit a week later, and I have now been owning my business for 18 years. I started my business back then. I was very shy, not a people person. I didn't enjoy being shy, and I needed tax deductions. My CPA told me to freelance or start a business on the side in order to keep more of my money at the end of the year. So really my Mary Kay business was to just buy my products at half price and to service my friends and family on a very, very part-time basis. But in 2009, I was at that point living in Austin, Texas, where I was working for an engineering environmental consulting company. I was working 50 to 60 hours a week. I was super busy, and I was traveling for the company 2 weeks out of the month, and I was just kind of tired. I was kind of tired of my life, and doing that week after week and day after day, I could actually do my job in my sleep, and it just became less challenging for me now that I think about it. And I called my director and I just said, hey, I know I started this for this reason back then, but now I really want to look at this as a bigger opportunity for myself. So I love the mentorship that Mary Kay gives us, the training, because they want you to be successful. So I did take a leap of faith. I said, let me just see what I could really do with this business. And I worked my business for about 4 to 6 hours, usually 4 hours a week consistently, while still working my busy job. And I became a director in half the time. It took me 1 month, 15 days. I debuted as a sales director on April Fool's Day and our unit earned our second free car shortly after that. And then September, the company laid me off. So my plan B became my plan A. And I want to stress that plan B, that is so important, because in this economy, you just never know when you might get your pink slip. It wasn't because of my job performance. They love me. My boss to this day is still one of my best customers. And just they didn't need me anymore. They were cutting back costs, and I was one of those. So having a plan B is so crucial in this economy today. But long story short, I love this business. I love helping women. I love being able to do more. And it's an impact not only on our youth, but on our community as well. So enough about me. I just want to share a little bit about the company. We have been going strong for 53 years. We started this company September 13th of 1963, in a 500 square foot storefront in Dallas, Texas is where Mary Kay began the company. We are a company that donates millions of dollars to domestic shelters all over the U.S. As a matter of fact, we donated over $53 million to shelters all over the U.S. to help with domestic violence. We also donate millions of dollars to scientists who are looking for cures for cancer that affect women. So that is a little bit about the initiatives and what we do for our community. We do have as well a zero landfill. That might be important for those of you who desire to take care of the earth, but we have a zero landfill site status in Mary Kay Global's facility, and we have 1 million trees that are planted around the world. But before I share a little bit about how the business works, I really wanted to do a video that was a little bit different, that can really get you thinking, because I believe when we're introduced to Mary Kay, the opportunity, we're so quick to say no because we think we know what we know about Mary Kay, and most women only know about the products. They know someone who tried Mary Kay before. They maybe have tried Mary Kay themselves many, many years ago when it was a totally different product. Or you knew someone who started Mary Kay and they're no longer in it. And that was me. My recruiter signed me up and she quit the business, I guess, about 3 months after I started, but that didn't affect my success in this business. But just to give you some things to think about, because when you're considering opportunity, think outside of the product or what it is the company is actually made of, or the product, or what have you, or what you know. But think of it more so as, how are you going to change your current situation? Because believe it or not, most people don't enjoy the job they're currently in and they want something different, but they have that fear of actually stepping out on faith and doing something different. And some people are happy with being taken care of by someone else, but they don't have a plan B just in case that person can't continue to do that. But did you know, and these are just some questions to get you thinking, did you know that 68% of households today would be under financial duress if they had an unexpected event happen where they needed an extra $500 to $1,000 immediately to fix that problem or to pay off that debt? Did you know that most families would not be able to come up with that immediately without either borrowing it from someone, getting a loan, slapping it on a credit card? Families that make over $100,000 a year would have the same struggle as those who make less than $100,000 a year. And that's pretty scary. It's still known that the average woman makes less than the man. I think it's like 79 cents on a dollar. So the average woman in America today only earns $37,000 a year annually. 7% of the population is prepared for retirement. That's pretty scary. That was published in Success Magazine. And then the biggest thing is college debt. The average college debt today ranges from $60,000 to $80,000 with monthly payments of $1,000 per month. And I just saw that and I said, wow, that's a lot, because most college students who graduate don't make enough money to even be able to pay off their debt. And that means they will probably be paying off their debt like soon past their 30s or 40 year old. So that's pretty serious to me. The average home in America has credit card debt between $16,000 to $18,000. That was a NerdWallet of 2016 publication. $16,000 to $18,000 in debt. Most Americans spend 103% of their income. They overspend. They spend more than what they make. And not all the time on things that they don't really need, but sometimes it's bills and unexpected, like I said, expenses that causes them to go over. Almost 40% of Americans between the age of 18 and 34 years old are living with their parents or a relative because they cannot afford to live on their own, being that they are not making enough money. Now, those are just a few facts that I did some research on and got some information from other directors who shared with me. And I had never really looked at the statistics, and that just was an eye-opener for me. And if I would have heard those things a long time ago when I was first introduced to Mary Kay, I probably would have been signed up a long time ago. But I believe that our path is just planned out, and you begin anew when you're supposed to begin anew. So Mary Kay works. We make money numerous ways. One way is on the retail side, and then the leadership side, and then we have the car program. And it's not rocket science. We make 50% of everything we sell. So we buy for $1, we sell for $2. We can make money doing a facial with 1 to 2 people at an appointment. Takes you about 45 minutes. Or we can make money doing a party, which is 3 to 6 women at an appointment. You average anywhere from $300 to $600. Working your business about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. That's driving or closing the sale, waiting for guests to arrive, and so forth. That's just 2 hours of activity, and you make 50%. So $600 party, you pocket $300 in 2 hours or less. That's pretty cool. And where else can you make $300 an hour, or $300 doing 2 hours of work legally? And you can do two parties a week. The average person does 2 parties a week. That's an extra $300 to $600 per party, and that's some extra money that you can put aside towards your children's college education, pay off some debt, what have you. We can also do web parties, or people can shop on your website 24/7. They go to your website, they pay with a credit card, and it goes straight to your Mary Kay account, and you can make money that way. We also have gift giving, numerous ways, sampling, on-the-go appointments. There are many ways, thousands of different ways based on your personality that you can make money in this business. Now, on the leadership side of Mary Kay, we make money by sharing this amazing opportunity with other women. Starting with your first 1 to 4 or 5 team members, you can make 4, 9, or 13% commission. Once you have 5 women or men on your team, you can actually go on Target for your first free car, which is the Chevy Cruze, or you can take $425 a month cash option. But if you do take the car, they do pay 100% of your car note, your tax, title, license, registration, and a portion of your car insurance, which is pretty cool. And you get a new car every 2 years. You can actually, once you get your 5 on your team, increase it to a total of 14, and you are driving free. And you can do that in 1 month, 2 months, 3 or 4 months. It just depends totally on you. And some women come in this business and earn their first free car in their first 30 days of joining Mary Kay director level, which is where you can retire at age 55 or 65 years old, and Mary Kay will buy your business back from you and pay your survivor benefits. There's nowhere else where you can build a business for yourself as huge as you want it to be, and be able to retire and leave a legacy for your family. And if something happened to you, the money would go to your spouse or your children, and they would be taken care of for 15 years. So why is this business so great, and why aren't more women doing it? Do you ever wonder? A lot of women just have objections that really are not true objections. One of them, just being in business, most women ask me, or they tell me, I don't have enough time. And after being in this business for so many years, I truly believe that women make time for what they want. They make time for what they truly desire. And I don't have enough time is just not really a good excuse, because we are all busy. We are busy single, we are busy married, we are busy with kids, without kids. I'm single with no kids, just a fur baby. And I am super busy, I really am. People might think that I'm not, but I'm a really busy person. It's just, how important is it for you? How important is it for you to contribute to your family? How important is it to change your situation? Some people say, well, I'm too shy. And that was me. I was very shy, not a people person. Women don't enjoy being shy. I truly believe that, because I think as adult women, it's very important to work through this, as we are called to be impactful towards our kids, towards families, and so I really believe that when you're in part of Mary Kay, you are empowered, you are uplifted. Women tell you, you look amazing, that you can do it, you can be successful. They're constantly encouraging you, which is what makes you feel better about yourself, and over time you grow out of that shyness and you become more confident. And I truly believe that Mary Kay really played a part of that for myself. Some people say I don't know enough people. Now, if I were to take your cell phone right now and scroll through it, I'm sure I could find more than 5 contacts in your phone list. And Facebook, we have all these people who claim they are our friends. We've added them to our Facebook friend list. And most of them we don't know, but that's a great place to start. And of course, your friends and family is a great place to start as well. Some people say, I don't have enough money. Well, when a woman doesn't have $100, that's a 911 emergency to me. And I know I didn't have $100 when I first started this business. But I knew that if I didn't have $100, I better run and figure it out. And that's what I'm telling you today. If you don't have $100, you need to run and find it somewhere. Figure it out. A woman who truly desires change will find a way and make a way. I truly believe that. Most women in this position are in general bondage of being broke. It's something I think they are used to or accustomed to, and they don't think that they can change that. So many generations of living broke until one person decides to make that change is the only way we're going to break it. Women are in 2 places. They either have plenty of money and desire more time, or they have plenty of time and desire more money to enjoy the things they would like to enjoy but can't because they don't have enough money. So after hearing all the information that I shared with you, just think about it. What 3 things stood out for you where you saw value in that information? Because really and truly, it's not about the lipstick. It's not about the skincare. It's about when you have more money, you're able to do more for your community. What if you are working a full-time job? Are you prepared for an unexpected layoff? Are you a stay-at-home mom that is prepared for an unexpected layoff of your husband? Or if something tragic were to happen to your husband, are you prepared to financially become the breadwinner or to be able to carry them through until your husband finds another job? Are you a single mom that just wants extra money to be able to send your child to soccer or be in part of all these different activities that kids want to be involved in? Do you have the extra money to do that? Or do you need tax deductions? It's not how much money you make, it is how much money you keep that's important. So just think about those things, and I hope that I was able to awaken a giant in you and to get you thinking about living life. It's not a dress rehearsal. We have a begin date and we have an end date, and we have that dash in between. So when you leave this earth, what is your dash going to say? What will your dash represent? What legacy will you leave for your family and for your kids? And I hope that you learned more than you ever knew about Mary Kay, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thanks a lot.